Oh my god, dude. Oh, I hate being the devil. I hate being the devil. But you people doubted me. You people doubted me. If you follow me on Twitter, all week I've been saying how the Dolphins have had time after time to capitalize, to get closer to the playoffs, and they couldn't do it. Buffalo, they throw the ball on 3rd and 1, end up kicking a field goal, they lose the game because of it. Green Bay, they're up 20-10 in the second quarter, and what happens? Tua throws 3 interceptions in the fourth quarter and loses the game. To me, this game was meaningless. I don't really even care that we lost. I'm just sick that we lost to the Patriots of all teams. We lost like that to the Patriots. That's the part I'm sick about. It's the fact that they're going to get in the playoffs. I don't care that we lost today. I really don't. Because Miami had our chances against Buffalo and against Green Bay, and they blew it. We could be sitting here with a 10-6, 11-5 record. I'm not even going to bring up the 49ers and the Chargers because we flat out didn't show up in those games. It is disgusting. Disgusting how Miami still has a scenario to make the playoffs next week. We beat the Jets, and the Patriots lose, and the Dolphins are in the playoffs. But do I even want to go to the playoffs at this point? I said this last week. Do I even want the Dolphins to be in the playoffs? Quite frankly, I don't. Because they're not, let's be real. Let's be real. They're not a threat. The Dolphins are not a threat at all. They stink. And this cannot be a roster going into next year. Changes need to be made. Whether it's the quarterback, more changes on the offensive line, changes on the defense. You need better linebackers. That touchdown to Jacoby Myers was pathetic. You're going to have Duke Riley on Jacoby Myers? Are you serious? Better secondary? I don't know. A new kicker, that would be great, a new kicker. But I don't know what the solution's going to be for the Dolphins in the offseason because they have no first-round draft picks and they have no cap space. No cap space at all to go out there and let themselves be better. I'm sure if they release Jason Sanders and they release Byron Jones, that could save up some money because I don't think Byron Jones wants to play on the Dolphins. I don't know what next year's going to look like, but this cannot be the roster. No way. I feel bad for Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. Those are the only 2 players on this team, and Christian Wilkins. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and Christian Wilkins are the only players on the team that are not full of fucking losers. The Dolphins are a bunch of losers. The coaching staff is a bunch of losers. The quarterbacks on this team are a bunch of losers. Teddy Bridgewater gets knocked out of the game because he hurt his pinky. And he can't grip the ball with his fucking right pinky. Are you serious, bro? Are you serious? Your team's season is on the line. And you're out there complaining to the medical staff that you don't want to go out there because your pinky hurts? Are you serious, Bridgewater? You're a joke. You're a loser. Dolphins, don't bring him back. Do not bring back Teddy Bridgewater next season. He didn't earn his money. He didn't earn his money in the games that he played in this season. Forces a pass to Trent Sherfield on 3rd and fucking 15, which turns into a pick 6. This team honestly makes me sick. It makes me sick watching this team. This is the worst season I've ever watched as a Dolphins fan. Didn't want to admit it, but now I'm finally going to admit it. This is the worst season I have ever watched as a Dolphins fan. And we started 1-7 last year. 1-7. With Myles Gaskin as our starting running back, Devontae Parker and Matt Collins as our top receivers, along with Jalen Waddle. A horrendous offensive line. And Brian Flores as our head coach. We make all these changes in the offseason. We bring in Armstead. We bring in Connor Williams. We bring in Tyreek Hill. We bring in Mike McDaniel as our new head coach. The more things change, the more they stay the same. And the lesson to be learned for this season is you can't get too comfortable when you're playing really good. Last year, it wasn't over until it's over. The Dolphins started at 1-7 and ended up winning 7 straight games and then lost to the Titans and was eliminated from the playoffs. And now they were 8-3, and now they're 8-8. They are 1 game away. They're 1 game away from a historic, probably the biggest collapse I've seen ever. Ever. You're 8-3 and you lose 6 straight games. It is laughable. This team is full of losers. They're a bunch of losers. And even if they find a way to get to the playoffs, they don't deserve it. I kind of hope, let the Patriots lose to the Kansas City Chiefs by 30 or the Bengals. Go let them get blown out in the first round. So, I don't even want to talk about this game. I'm going to go by this game as soon as possible, like as quick as possible. I mean, my goodness. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say, man. I'm just looking up and down Twitter, and all these people are shocked. Really? You're shocked? Have you not seen the Dolphins the past 20 years? I haven't been alive. I haven't been a fan for that long. I started cheering for the Dolphins when I was 6. But this is the same old fucking Dolphins. I've seen 1 playoff game in my entire life. And at 8-3, I thought that would change. And it's not going to change. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Let's get into these stats. I'm going as fast as possible. I don't care about this game at all. Teddy Bridgewater, 12 for 19, 161 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Skylar Thompson, 12 for 21, 104 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not good enough. Not good enough at all. Jeff Wilson, 15 carries, 45 yards. Raheem Mostert, 9 carries for 29 yards. Not good enough. Not good enough. Raheem Mostert was our leading back. A lot of checkdowns for Teddy Bridgewater and Skylar Thompson. 8 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 4 catches, 55 yards. Jalen Waddle, 3 catches, 52 yards. Jeff Wilson, 3 catches, 31 yards. Trent Sherfield, 2 catches, 30 yards. Mike Gesicki, 2 catches, 18 yards, and a touchdown. Defense, Landon Roberts got a sack. Christian Wilkins got a sack. Zach Seiler got a sack. They got 3 sacks on Mac Jones. Not good enough. No turnovers as well. Not good enough. Patriots. Mac Jones. 20 for 33, 203 yards, 2 touchdowns. Played well enough to win the game. Ramondre Stevenson, 8 carries, 42 yards. Damian Harris, 9 carries, 32 yards. Tyquan Thornton, 3 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. Hunter Henry, 5 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown. Jacoby Myers, 6 catches, 48 yards, and a touchdown. Kyle Duggar got a pick 6, and Jonathan Jones got an interception. Let's dive into this game. The Dolphins. The Dolphins get the ball first, and they punt on 5 plays. The Patriots, they get the ball first. They go 10 plays, 81 yards, and they score a touchdown on their opening drive. Dolphins couldn't get off the field on 3rd down in this situation. 3rd and 5, incomplete, pass interference on Keon Crossan. Deep pass to Tyquan Thornton for 24 yards from Mac Jones. He was out of bounds. They called it inbounds. They called it a catch. Nice. Mac Jones to Jacoby Myers for 17 yards. Damian Harris up the middle for 8 yards. 3rd and 2, incomplete to Jacoby Myers, holding on Kader Kohu. 3rd and goal at the 7, Mac Jones to Tyquan Thornton for a wide open touchdown. A bad call on a catch by Tyquan Thornton and not getting off the field on 3rd down was the result in a Patriots touchdown on that drive. Second quarter, by far the best drive of the game. Miami goes 13 plays, 75 yards in 7.5 minutes for a touchdown. 3rd and 7, Bridgewater scrambles for 6 yards. We got a false start on Robert Hunt, 4th and 6. And then running into the punter, makes it 4th and 1. Jeff Wilson gets 2 yards. 3rd and 6, Bridgewater dumps it off to Jeff Wilson for 13 yards and a first down. 2nd and 6, Bridgewater to Tyreek Hill for 19 yards. 2nd and 5, Bridgewater to Mike Gesicki for 14 yards. And then the end around to Tyreek Hill for 2 yards for a Dolphins touchdown. It is 7-7. Patriots, they punt on 6 plays. Sacked by Christian Wilkins at the Miami 42. An 18-yard run by Ramondre Stevenson. And then 3rd and 1, Mac Jones gets sacked by a combination of Landon Roberts and Zach Seiler. The Dolphins go 9 plays, 47 yards, and they get a missed field goal from Jason Sanders, 51 yards. Please do not bring back Jason Sanders next season. Please. If he makes that kick, the Dolphins win the game. That's what it comes down to. I'm not saying he's the reason we lost, but it played a part in it. It played a part that, and we talked about this, like the Chicago game. He missed that 29-yard field goal right before halftime. I said it didn't come back to bite him this week, but later on in the season, it's going to come back to bite them, and it came back to bite them today. Patriots punt. Dolphins punt on 7 plays. Patriots, they just take it into halftime, and it's 7-7 going into the second half. New England goes 3 and out. Miami goes 3 and out. New England goes 3 and out. Miami, they start on New England's 41-yard line. 5 plays, 41 yards for a touchdown. First play is Jalen Waddle for 23 yards. Jeff Wilson, 9 yards on second down. Second and goal, Teddy Bridgewater to Raheem Mostert, 2 yards, shovel pass. The Dolphins are up 14-7, and that was the only glimmer of hope that this team had the entire day, and it all came downhill starting right here. The Patriots go 9 plays, 51 yards for a Nick Folk field goal. Second down, Mac Jones to Hunter Henry for 11 yards. Third and 5, they cannot get off the field. Tyquan Thornton is left wide open. 29 yards by Mac Jones. And third and 11, Mac Jones to Hunter Henry for 6 yards. And then a 49-yard field goal by Nick Folk right down the middle. So, Dolphins are up 14-10. And they go 3 plays, third and 15. Three plays, third and 15. Bridgewater tries to force it to Trent Sherfield, and it's intercepted by Kyle Duggar, and he takes it for a 49-yard touchdown. And apparently Bridgewater's pinky got banged up on that play, and we wouldn't see him the rest of the game. Bridgewater's a bitch. Your team season's on the line. They need you, and you're complaining to the doctors that you can't go in for the game because your fucking pinky hurts. Fuck you, Teddy. Patriots up 16-14. Skylar Thompson's now in the game. 6 plays, 33 yards. Finds Raheem Mostert on third down for 17 yards. We get to the Patriots' 42-yard line on, third and 9. Skylar Thompson had a first down, but a legal shift was called on Tyreek Hill. And then the next play, Tyreek Hill, this wasn't Skylar's fault. Skylar throws it to Tyreek Hill. Hill wasn't able to make the catch, and it's intercepted by Jonathan Jones. And I'm not blaming this play on Skylar. He's a 7th-round rookie quarterback. He's just coming into the game, and it's basically a tip drill. Tyreek Hill doesn't catch the ball. I mean, you got to pull that in, man. You got to pull that in. So that leads to a punt, 3 and out by New England. A 6-play punt by the Dolphins. 3rd and 8, Skylar Thompson, Tyreek Hill for 4 yards, not good enough. And then the Patriots. Dolphins defense is very used to doing this. They did it against Buffalo. They did it against the Chargers. They did it against San Francisco at the end of the first. They did it against San Francisco at the end of the game. And they did it against the Patriots. The Patriots go 11 plays, 89 yards for a touchdown. 3rd and 5, can't get off the field because Mac Jones finds Jacoby Myers for 25 yards. 2nd and 2, Mac Jones up the middle for 3 yards. 3rd and 5, you can't get off the field because pass interference is called on Keon Crossan. And 3rd and 1, you have Mac Jones. You have Duke Riley lined up one-on-one against Jacoby Myers. Fucking pathetic, man. Easy touchdown for the Patriots. Game was over by then. Turnover on downs by the Dolphins. Turnover on downs by the Patriots. Dolphins go 9 plays, 61 yards. Skylar Thompson touchdown pass to Mike Gesicki. And then the onside kick fails, and the Patriots win 23-21 against the Miami Dolphins. I don't know what more I could say about this loss. To me, going into this game, it was very meaningless. To me, this game was very meaningless because they had their opportunities. They had their opportunities against Buffalo and against Green Bay, and they fucking blew it. They blew it, and I just want to talk about hold on a second. Just checking some stuff. Okay. What was I going to say? I want to talk about Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle for a second. At no part of this miserable losing streak was it their fault. They balled out the entire season. We have two top 5 wide receivers in all of football, and I'm afraid that we're going to waste their prime. I'm afraid that we're going to waste Tyreek Hill's prime, and I'm afraid we're going to waste Jalen Waddle's prime. Because if you watch the broadcast, they had a pan shot of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle just sitting next to each other who looked disappointed as hell. They looked extremely disappointed. And can you blame them? I mean, they're stuck on a team with a coaching staff that blows, a quarterback room who's terrible. They have no reliable quarterback on that roster at all. And, it sucks. And I'm giving Tyreek Hill until next season, until he requests a trade. Because that man's a winner. His whole career, he's been a winner. And this shit is not for him. This is not his game. He's always been on winning teams. Every year he's on the Chiefs. It's been a winning season. And he doesn't deserve this. Jalen Waddle doesn't deserve this. And those two guys are the only reason why we have a shot at the playoffs next week. Which, at this point, I don't even care. Because even if we make the playoffs, I'll be excited because the Dolphins are in the playoffs. But we're no threat. They're no threat to the Chiefs or the Bengals or the Bills. The Dolphins are not a threat. They're just not. And it's not worth it. And I'm ready to move on to the offseason. I just want the season to be over. I really do. I just want the year to be over. Will the Dolphins make the playoffs? I doubt it. What has to happen? If the Jets lose to the Seahawks, they're out. They're out of the playoffs if they lose to the Seahawks. And right now, they're losing 10-3 to the Seahawks. If the Steelers lose tonight, they're out. So let's say it comes down to us and the Patriots. If we beat the Jets and the Patriots lose to Buffalo, the Dolphins are in the playoffs. If the Patriots lose to the Bills and the Dolphins lose to the Jets, which I think is the likely scenario, the Patriots are in the playoffs at 8-9. And if we lose and the Patriots win, then forget about it, the Patriots are in. Historic collapse. The worst collapse I think I've ever seen. And a lot of changes are going to have to be made in the offseason. This cannot be our roster going into next year. And I'm not afraid to admit it. I said it in the beginning and I'll say it again. This is the worst season of the Miami Dolphins football I've ever watched. Now, that could change. That could change next week. But I highly doubt it. So, I'm out. I don't want to talk about this fucking team anymore, man. It makes me sick. They really do. It makes me sick. Thank you guys for watching, man. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want the truth, not some bullshit Dolphins fan that's going to go on there and spew you positivity. We got next week. You know, keep the positive vibes going. If you want the truth, if you want the reality, you come here. Not some bullshit positive geek who's going to tell you, you know, the season's not over. So, if you want the truth about the Miami Dolphins, you subscribe to people like me. You subscribe to people like Dolphins Talk, that whole channel. You subscribe to people like TD Fins Talk. If you want the truth, that's who you subscribe to. Dougly Do Wrong's another one. Subscribe. Subscribe. Comment below. Hit the like button. Follow me on Twitter and TikTok. I've given up. Season's over. I'll have a video. I don't know. I start school again next week. It's probably not even worth it. So I'll have AEW on Wednesday. More than likely, I think the Dolphins are going to play on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Now that they lost, I think Sunday at 1 o'clock could be or Sunday at 4:25. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to make a video on Tuesday because there's no point. I start school on Tuesday. No point previewing the game against the Jets. So I'm just going to do a post-game recap next Sunday, and we'll call it a year. We'll call it a year for the Dolphins next Sunday. So have a good one. Stay safe, and as always, stay classy. I'm out. Peace.